Pam, I believe, is available. So, Pam, we're gonna turn on or we're gonna let you talk now. So basically, just kind of introduce yourself, and then talk about some of the interviews that you had and some experiences and maybe some advice.
Be sure to remind her to click on the.
Okay, so am I supposed to be talking right now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm audioing in from Massachusetts right now. I've been at Harvard for about 10 days. I'm doing pre-orientation right now. So I don't know who's there right now because I can't see you, but just a little bit about myself. My name is Pam Jeng. I graduated from Oak Park High School. I'm actually an alumni of Jeng Academy, and it was very helpful for me. I just graduated. I was in the class of 2011, and currently I'm going to be attending Harvard University in the fall. So about the interviews I had, I interviewed for every single university I applied to, and I don't know how much of this you've gone over, but basically after you apply, depending on whether you do early or normal admission, you're going to get an email from an alumni or some other person with an offer to schedule you an interview. And I think what I noticed is that first of all, like, if you're doing an interview, like, you have to remember these people are people, like, they have lives, they're just normal people, and you can't be too uptight about it. Just, like, relax and, let yourself come out. Because if you're really uptight, kind of stiff, and through the entire interview, it's going to be really hard for them to your interviewer to get a sense of who you really are as a person, and that's essentially what they're trying to do. I also don't get too nervous during the interview. I got really nervous during my first interview, but realize that your interview isn't going to, it's not your entire application. You did an entire college application. It's about how you present yourself as a person, and whether or not you're likable, like whether or not someone would want to go to college with you. And so just don't show up to your interview, in a starched suit and collar and try to impress someone by being someone you're not, because it's really going to be very difficult for them to get a good sense of who you are. Other than that, every interviewer is different, and you're gonna have some people who are very, very difficult to work with. I had a couple of colleges that I interviewed for where the interviewer was just very, they didn't really seem like sociable, they didn't really want to talk to you. And therefore it's really hard for you to make, conversation because they're just not talking, they're just sitting at a desk taking notes. And other times you're going to get someone who just talks through the entire interview and you can't even get a word in edgewise. So I guess it really depends on your own luck and also like how you handle these kinds of situations. So that's what they're really, my opinion is that's what they're really trying to gauge is how you handle social situations, how you carry yourself, what kind of person you genuinely are. If I walked up to you and talked to you on the street, how would I think of you? And most importantly, do I want you at my college? Are you going to be a good person? I think those are just some things I noticed generally when I interviewed. I don't know if you guys have any specific questions.
All right, thanks a lot, Pam. Does anybody have any questions for Pam?